The other day, I found myself scheduled to the hilt and stuck. I didn't really want to do anything. I felt like I was inside of a big marshmallow. It was just like, what do I do? And then suddenly, I wanted to make my own hair conditioner. That wasn't on the schedule. It was not on the schedule. And yet, it gave me some forward momentum. It was part of the flow. So in order to move forward, I needed motion. And in order to get that motion, I needed traction. And that creative idea was just exactly what I needed to get going. I'm Kristen Collier. I'm a writer and a coach supporting people in accessing their ever-present wellspring of joy. And today I'm here in my kitchen in the scene of the crime. And if you want more joy and compassion and fun in your life, then I suggest you subscribe to our channel right now because that's what we're all about. This creative impulse stemmed from something that was not on my list, of course, and that is all the more reason to follow it honestly because it came from the unknown. The known was what I was really wanting to break out of. It came from a practical thing because a young friend of mine had given me this beautiful bar of soap. Goat's milk soap, smelled so wonderful. And it sat on my counter for the longest time, looking pretty and smelling good, until the day that I ran out of my pump soap. And then I thought, well, I have that pretty little dish that a friend of mine gave me, a different friend. I could put the bar soap in it. And then it got me thinking, because, when you're avoiding work, then you start thinking of everything else you could possibly think of, right? It got me thinking, which one is better, pump soap or bar soap? So I Googled that and found that bar soap is definitely better for the environment. And well, there's a whole bunch of stuff I'll let you Google on a tough day for you. So I've been poking gently at the idea of avoidance, and I could in fact say that I was procrastinating. But when I say procrastinating, my heart just feels like there's a weight on it. Does that happen for you too? And the truth of the matter is that when I was stuck, there were needs not met. So this takes me back to the nonviolent communication or compassionate communication that is definitely a part of my joy practice. Like, what are the needs that I'm trying to meet here? One piece is feeling alive. I was feeling kind of stuck and static in my schedule, and I wanted to feel much more alive and vibrant. And so when I noticed that when I had this strategy pop into my mind about making my own conditioner, I suddenly felt curious and alive and vibrant. And there's a lot of different strategies to meet every need. But right now, if I just meet that need, and this is part of my joy practice, then I'm in more of a flow state. And when I'm in more of a flow state, I'm actually going to be more likely to rejoin my work in a more effective, productive manner in which I have a lot more creative ideas. And if you haven't seen my video on shrubs, this might be a good time to look at that because that's where I learned about this. So thinking about the benefits of bar soap started me thinking about all of the other tubes and bottles that I have sitting around my bathtub. And I started wondering if they made conditioner bars. I co-wash my hair or conditioner wash my hair to amplify the curl. I'm sure you've noticed. I started researching conditioner bars that were curly girl friendly. And I found that there were a couple, but when I researched them, there were all kinds of long words that I couldn't pronounce. And I thought, surely there's a natural and easy way to make conditioner at home from the ingredients that I have. And that, my friends, became the bridge from laying in bed looking at my phone to actually getting up and getting moving. I found a conditioner recipe with all natural ingredients that I had, and that put a screeching halt to my unproductive day because then I lined up everything on the counter, kind of surreptitiously. I really didn't want Seda to see that in the middle of my busy day, I was making conditioner. I knew she'd forgive me, but nonetheless, there's something that's like kind of clandestine in going off schedule, don't you think? Clandestine. I think the word is clandestine. I want to pause and reflect on why am I even telling you this? It's not because I'm advocating that you make your own conditioner. It's not. It's actually because this story really illustrates how I followed this total wild goose chase and bombed at my first attempt of making conditioner because it got my energy up. It got my creative juices flowing. And I also had less time to do it in, which is kind of like the frogs in the pond who, as the pond dries up, lose their tails faster and sprout legs. That actually happens. Scientific fact. And when I'm excited and happy and in the flow, I get a lot of stuff done fast. And at the end of the day, I've learned from my conditioner mishap. So I'm guessing you probably want to see what that looked like. Since I gave you the spoiler, it didn't turn out. It was like an oily smoothie. And I still proceeded to put it on my hair. And I still scrubbed it in and kept thinking it's somehow going to clean my scalp. And it didn't. I ended up having to put my own conditioner on, the kind in the plastic bottle, and then really scrub that in twice. And so that I could get almost all of that oil out. I did find in the end, even though I had to wash twice to get it out, that my hair was like super hydrated afterward. Maybe not a total fail, just not exactly a co-wash product, a conditioner washing product. But overall, my initial response was, oh, that was a fail. And part of me said, can I afford a fail on a day when things are already stacked up? And my answer to myself was, heck yeah, it was a fail, but what's a fail good for? It's good for a laugh. And I was definitely laughing all parts of myself off. And I have a story to tell at a party. It was definitely an adventure. And these things, they pay off in unknown ways that we can't possibly imagine. I mean, I'm making a YouTube video out of it. And I'll tell you a secret. From the time I actually started making that conditioner, not only did I become unstuck, but the world became unstuck around me. While I was making it, people reached out and offered support to me for things that I wasn't expecting. And I got some ideas about how to tackle my work projects that would make them go faster and be more fun. So was this because I actually shifted in my brainwaves, moving from that high beta stressed out state to more of an alpha creative state that saw all possibilities? Or was it the universe rewarding me for aligning with my sense of vitality? You know what? I don't even care which it was. I feel better. I got stuff done, and I'm here to share it with you because I'm guessing there are things in your life that are kind of stuck that you'd like to get unstuck. And I'm guessing there are a lot of things that you'd rather be doing. So maybe it's time to actually get playful and explore something else that's not on your list. Leave me a note in the comments. I'd love to hear what things you're doing when you're not feeling stuck. I would like to add that I would have been a great deal more stuck if I hadn't learned from nonviolent communication to look behind my self-judgment to find the precious needs underneath. Instead of beating myself up for being a procrastinator, I realized that there was a reason for my lack of engagement. I wanted to feel playful and alive. If you would like to join me in learning some of the foundational skills of compassionate communication or nonviolent communication, I'll put a link in the description. You can join the Joy Collective in the month of April and May. Also coming out in April is a book that I co-authored with Stephanie Buckman-Mattei called The Heart of Nonviolent Communication, which is about Marshall Rosenberg's 25 key distinctions. At the end of every chapter are practices that support feeling and discerning in the body and short essays from people around the world about their experience applying NVC to daily life. I'll put a link in the description where you can read a chapter and pre-order if you like it. Would love to see your comments. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and share. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Happy playing.